Muhammad Ali, Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Prince Nazim Hamed, Lennox Lewis, the Klitschko brothers, Alexander Usyk, Andre Ward, Lomachenko, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran. The list goes on and on. And what all of these guys have got in common, other than being world champions and some of the best fighters of all time, is what they did in the ring. They were always one step or two step or three steps ahead of their opponents, getting their opponents to do what they wanted them to do so they could come and do what they want to do. And that's the name of the game in boxing. The boxing IQ is all about that. Making your opponent not knowing what you're going to do so you can have success when you land the punches. And on this video, I'm going to give you the best 2 ways that you can do this. This is something that coaches don't really tell you how to do. And it's an advanced technique. It's something that I was pretty good at, but I kind of learnt myself along the way. I learned the hard way of doing it in sparring, in fights. And these things really do work when you practice them. And guys, if you're new to this channel, you don't know who I am. My name's Tony Jeffries. I'm an Olympic bronze medalist boxer, former undefeated professional, 7 times national champion, European gold medalist. And on this YouTube channel, I give you everything boxing, telling you how to punch harder, how to punch faster, get better reactions, all of that good stuff right there. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications for more videos like this. So let's get straight into this video. How do I get my opponent to do what I want him to do? Well, there's a few ways of doing it. And I've just done a full video on Canelo Alvarez. He is an absolute master. Out of all of the fighters that I named, now you might not disagree with me here, he is the best at doing this. His boxing IQ is unbelievable, but he can read the ring and put his opponent where they want to do it. You should check that video out after this where I break down 6 of his most brutal knockouts. But yeah, he does this great. And one of the main things with Canelo to do this is, you know, keeping your opponent thinking. You've always got to keep them thinking. And one thing you can do that is always keep moving and feinting like this, which is great. And I've done a full video on that as well, where you're here, rather than just being here like traditional boxers. Keep moving. When you're moving these hands, that's really keeping your opponent thinking. But as well with that, if you are throwing different punches all the time, like look at Canelo Alvarez's punch variation, Floyd Mayweather's punch variation, they are throwing lots of different punches. They're throwing every punch in the book, really. Obviously the jab, the cross, the hook, the rear hook, the left hook the body, the rear hook the body, the bolo punch to the middle. They're throwing them all. Now, if you're throwing all of these punches, I missed out the jab to the body there, which is a crucial one for this. If you're throwing all of these punches, your opponent doesn't really know what's coming. Now, if you're a traditional stand-up boxer where it's just bah, 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 I mean, that's good. I'm not putting that down. If you're winning doing that, keep doing that. But with this, if you're throwing different punches, it just makes this guy think, what the hell is he going to throw? So when you are in front of your opponent, now you're here like this, that right there keeps him thinking, you know? But that right there doesn't get him to do what you want him to do, but that's a part of this and a part of this method. So now you are doing this and you're moving and you've been throwing different punches and different punch variations. What you can do from there is feint punches, and now your feints is going to be way more believable. Example, if you're in with an opponent and you're throwing a jab the head, a jab the body, a 1, 2, a jab the body, a jab the body. Now, you know, you're throwing them jab bodies. They might be missing, which is fine because it's all part of the setup of landing them punches. So I'm here. Now I throw the jab the body. I throw the jab the body. Yes, I think if you've been watching my videos regularly, you'll know what's going to come. I feint the jab the body. What's going to happen? He's going to try and defend that feint. If it's a realistic feint, think if I'm here, he's going to try and defend it. How does he defend it? You might do what Amir Khan tried to do with Canelo Alvarez and, you know, step and put your arms down, which leaves you open for a right hand. And now if you're saying that, how he feinted that jab to the body, whip, and he whipped in that right hand. And that wasn't just a feint to the jab of the body. He'd been setting that up. He'd been throwing that jab to the body throughout the full fight. I think this was the 5th or 6th round. And then when he feinted it, because he's been throwing it, and when you believed it, hands come down, whoop, blasted in that big right hand. And that can be with any punch at all. You know, you could keep throwing the jab to the head, throwing the jab to the head. then, you know, you could feint the jab ahead and blast in that big right hand cross there. And that can do damage as well. And another thing Canelo's done, he's done the same thing, where he feints the jab, boom, just lands that big solid right hand. And again, like the last fight, he's been throwing these so the opponents believe the feints. If they believe in the feint, you can land your punches, you can do what you want to do. But the only way that they're going to believe the feints is if you've been throwing them punches anyway. Don't come out in the middle of round one and then feint a jab to the body, because the chances are he's not going to believe it because you haven't thrown any jabs to the body so far in the sport or in the fight. Throw it a couple of times, then he's going to believe the feint a lot more. So now let's move on to number two. That's the first way. The second way is show them the target. Give them a target to hit. If I'm boxing and I'm in front of my opponent like this, I'm not really going to get hit. Like my target's very small. He's probably going to be trying to feint the jab to look for one of these punches. But if I do something where I start throwing a jab and bring it down here, what's he going to do? What am I open for? I'm open for that big cross, that big right hand. So now I'm going to do that on purpose, and then I know he's going to throw that right hand. If he's got experience, he's going to throw that right hand. Now, because I know he's going to throw that right hand, he's not going to land it, because I'm going to move out the way of it. Now, a couple of things you can do there. I could throw the jab, wait for that right hand, slip inside and blast in that body shot. Or another thing I can do, throw that lazy jab, wait for him to throw that right hand. As he throws that right hand, I'll lean back from it, and then I can slip in with a combination of my own. But again, giving him that target. Another thing you could do is get your hands up high. If my hands are up high here, where am I open for? His corner is going to be shouting, hit him in the body, hit him in the body. Now I'm thinking, please, if he throws a jab to the body, whoom, that right hand's coming over the top. If he throws a right hand to the body, whoom, I'm stepping in with that left hook. You know, me showing him this target is just going to make him throw the punches. Now what about this, right? If he might watch this video, he might be advanced and know these advanced techniques. He might be doing this to you. So, for example, if you see him throwing a lazy jab, that's the common one. He's waiting for you to throw that right hand. So what I would do, I would wait for him to throw that lazy jab, I would feint my jab, and then step in with the left hook. Being 2 steps ahead, now we know what he's going to do. Now if he's throwing that lazy jab and he's wanting me to throw that big right hand, or he's showing me the target to the body, I'm going to feint that. Example, if he's showing me the target to the body, I'm going to feint that to the body, whoop, 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 and then go to the head, because he's expecting that. Now this is what it's all about, being steps ahead of your opponent. Being them 1, 2, 3 steps ahead is going to help you have success in this. If you enjoyed this video, watch this video of me breaking down Canelo's 6 most brutal knockouts, where I slow them down and break them all down for you, so you'll see what he does, so hopefully it will help you with your boxing.